introduce Dr. Nitin Goyal. Dr. Nitin is CEO of Inficool, and he has over 2 decades of professional experience and over 15 patents in solar and cooling technologies, holding a BTech from IIT Bombay and a PhD from University of Florida. His expertise spans to electronics cooling, solar absorption, and thermoelectric refrigeration systems. Dr. Goyal has licensed cooling technologies to industry giants like Godrej and Whirlpool. His role as an R&D committee member at MNRE formed to fund research projects in solar energy. Today, Dr. Goyal will talk on applications and use cases of product offering in cold chain. So without further delay, let's welcome Dr. Goyal.
Yeah, so our company is based out of Hapur in UP, very close to Delhi. So we are an 8-year-old company, became commercial 4 years back. So we are into solar cold chain solutions at the farm gate. So farm gate means at the produce side. So most of the milk sold in India need to be cooled, and it is cooled when it is withdrawn. And same is the case with your fruits and vegetables. So we have so in last 4 years we have 300 plus installations in India, about 15 plus across 6 countries, and we have about 7 patents in the company. So few of our prestigious clients include Indian Army and US Department of Agriculture. One of the best use case for our solution is West Assam Milk Union, where most of their milk, about 2 lakh liters per day, is cooled on our solar milk coolers. These solutions have a couple of different technologies. One is that all of these solutions are based on off-grid solar integration. So they don't require grid. Grid requirement is typically only when during rainy season. That is less than a couple of percentage points in the entire year. As you're aware that solar is very diurnal, it is only available for a few hours, and the cooling need to be stored in some form. So we have, in these solutions, we have provided thermal energy storage, which stores cooling in the form of phase change material. We have received National Technology Award on that. And the solar integration is done in a manner that the system remains completely off-grid without batteries. So for a lot of people first ask, okay, how do these batteries compare with traditional lithium-ion or lead-acid batteries? So first is they don't catch fire. They are economical, they are eco-friendly and non-hazardous. There is no recycling expenses, and there are no chemicals involved in this. The life of these batteries is 20 plus years with zero degradation. We are essentially converting water into ice. And from a perspective of capex perspective, they are much cheaper because we are for raw materials for water. One of the beauty of this solution is that their discharge rates are quite high. So I call them opposite to a Tesla car. So these batteries can be charged. So Tesla car is 1 hour charge at 20-hour drive. Here we can do a completely opposite, 10-hour charge, 1 hour drive, and which results in very small compressor, very fast cooling, and with resulting into very high quality of produce. So this is one of the example of our products where we provide solar cold storage right from small size to a bigger 200 metric ton, and these solutions come in various shape and form: 4 to 15 degrees Celsius, 2 to 10 degrees Celsius, -4 for specifically for fish, and then frozen also. And as you know, India lack multi-commodity cold storage, and that is one of the primary reason of very high post-harvest losses. So these solutions do have multi-chamber option. Multi-chamber means we can have 1 to 5 chambers at different temperature set point. And then we have small size to a 1.5 TR to 20 TR compressor capacity based on the user need. Another solution we provide is on milk coolers. These solar milk coolers are based on thermal storage. One of the main advantage of these milk coolers is that cooling is faster than the ISO standard. So 10 degree is the point where the quality of milk degradation becomes quite low. And at that point, our solution has 50% faster cooling rates. We are a very small company, about 150 to 170 employees. We have a factory where we manufacture all of these components in Hapur. So this shows our installation footprint. We are present in 3 minor states in India. So we have a very strong presence across India, and in international countries we have started penetrating with these solutions. So one of these one of our really good example partnership is with the US Department of Agriculture. In this particular application, we are working on sweet potato and onions. So onion and sweet potato require very different kind of humidity and temperature control. So we are working with scientists of US Department of Agriculture International Potato Center for developing these systems. We have installed 2 systems, 2 more are shipping this month, and we plan to install about 100 such systems in Kenya. And these systems not only control temperature, humidity, but they also control CO2 level. This is one example for our application for an off-grid cold storage for army in the border locations. This is an example of an installation in Ladakh. It's an all-weather cold storage, which means that it provides cooling in summer because the temperature in Ladakh goes to 20 degrees Celsius. In winters, when the temperature goes to -20, system starts heating, and which is required to maintain the food supply for the army. This entire solution is based on thermal storage. So thermal storage is used to store cooling in one season, and in another season it stores heating. This is one feedback from a farmer in Odisha, where he stored cabbage and cauliflower for 45 days. And, so this picture speaks about itself. That you might have seen a lot of photographs that farmers are forced to throw their tomatoes and fruits and vegetables when the price is quite low. And in those scenarios, these cold storages become a boom to them because these are installed in locations where there is also very limited grid availability, and they don't have any recurring cost. This is another example of fish. So if fish is not cooled, the price of fish goes down by 50% within 24 hours. It is one of the most perishable commodity, and we were able to store fish in our solar cold storage for 21 days. This is one of the example of photograph, and in this particular case, the temperature was in the range of -2 to 0. This is another use case of solar milk coolers. And this is a photograph from West Assam Milk Union. Their brand is Purabi Dairy in Assam. So before installing our system, their expenses were coming out to be 62 paisa. This is a 1-year average data. After installing our system, it became 30 paisa. We were not quite happy when we came to know it is 30 paisa. But we realized that earlier they were only cooling about 1 lakh liter milk per year. After installing our system, it became 1.4 lakh. And but that was the primary reason why they had a requirement for fossil fuels. So in fact, this is a very, very cost-effective solution. 15 lakh worth of hardware is cooling 7 crore worth of milk every year. The hardware life is 20+ years. And in fact, now the entire West Assam Milk Union has adopted this technology at all of their centers. Another example, which is in heart of Bangalore, where a very famous FPO, Sahajam Organic, is using solar cold storage to store potatoes, tamarind, spices, and fruits. This is an installation which never went on grid. It is operational for last 3 years. This is, we work also in very deep remote locations. This is one example where there was in fact, no road available. And the entire solution was transported in Bolero Jeep. And this entire installation was done by our team in less than 7 days. This is the photograph from Nagaland, and where the end user is using them to store tea leaf, dragon fruit, and Naga chilies. Another example, so we have a couple of installations in Kashmir and Uttarakhand for apple value chain. This is one example where the system is in an apple orchard. The system is meant for storing apple and plum in winter season. In summer, they use it for storing local fruits and local vegetables. And this system is 2-chamber. One chamber is meant for apple because it generates ethylene, and the other chamber is meant for plum. And the backside is the equipment room where the entire solar compressor and the controls sets. Also one of the very interesting application for these solar cold storages is city. So we have done about 5 installations in the heart of Rourkela city, and these are installed in the market yard. This is one example of a 30 metric ton with 3 chambers. One chamber is meant for dairy products, another chamber is meant for fruits, third chamber is meant for vegetables. And these systems are now competing with the Amazon of the world. So now the local FPOs are able to store their commodities, and people are coming here to purchase directly from them. So in fact, solar cold storage is now gaining popularity even for vaccines. This is the India's first vaccine cold storage, which we installed just pre-COVID, about 4 years back. And this was done in partnership with Government of Kerala. This system is used for not only storing vaccines, but also insulin and other medicines. This is in Kozhikode. So, these solutions, these solar cold storage solutions can be retrofitted on existing cold storage. This is one example where we did installation in Gujarat. And this photograph, this bigger evaporator is the old or the grid powered evaporator. And this entire system was integrated with solar and thermal storage, and it became completely operational. In fact, in last 3 years, this organization had a rate from electricity department, because earlier their expenses were getting to about 1 lakh rupees per month. And after doing this installation, the expenses went down near to zero. And here they are storing, they primarily store cashew, mango pickle kind of commodities. Another example where we work with milk farmers in Sundarban Islands. These are 20 plus islands where the only means of transportation is boat, and the milk is transported through boat. So we have installed these milk coolers in these islands. So this is another use case for solution where this is about 4.5-year-old installation, which we did for storing pulses, millet. And so this is in Uttarakhand, Dehradun. One of the main advantage which this system has, and which we realized much later. So this system also maintains the humidity of the cold storage in 40 to 50% relative humidity. And because of that, earlier they were using solar dryer to bring down the moisture content in 8 to 10%. After installing the system, they have stopped using solar dryer, and they directly store pulses in this. And as the system automatically maintains the RH 40 to 50%, the moisture content in pulses is in the desired. Thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Goyal, for talking about applications and use cases of product offering in whole chain.